Well, let's take a look at this book here. The two Babylons, or the people worship, proved to be the worship of Nimrod and his wife, which is really just two ladies. This is my favorite, though. Well, actually, not my favorite, but this is one of my favorites so far. It is admitted, admitted that the secret system of Freemasonry was originally founded, are you ready for this? Was originally founded on the mysteries of the Egyptian, Isis, the goddess mother or wife of Osiris. See that? It's all about worshiping the woman. That's why they're named Masons, because they're Ma's sons. There's a higher, loving, nurturing, caring version of our mother, and then there is a destructive, killing, murdering, thieving, deceptive, dark version of our mother. And that's who they worship. And they're builders, because if this book talks about, there are scholars who will argue with you that Babylon was built by a woman, the wife of Nimrod. And so they're builders because their little destructive gods made this place. So since they're builders, since their gods were builders, they're builders, and their god was the mother, the lower version of the mother. Now, this is my favorite part. Well, this really is so far. I'm only 40-some pages into this book. This is my favorite part. Centaurus was the same as Kronos or Saturn, the father of the gods. But we have seen that Kronos was the first king of Babylon, because Babylon was the first ancient empire built after the flood. But we have seen that Kronos was the first king of Babylon, or Nimrod. Consequently, the first centaur was the same. And I can show you in back pages here how they'll tell you in greater detail, how Saturn, Kronos, Nimrod, all the same. Now this is where it gets so much fun. Pay attention, because we're going to talk about where Saturn came from. So in the steps of Nimrod, Kronos, Saturn, same guy, the first Lord of the Mighty Ones, and who in that character was symbolized as equipped with wings. But, plot twist, now it is a remarkable fact that in the passage of Aristophanes, already referred to, that speaks of the birds or the winged ones being produced before the gods, we are informed that he, from whom both the mighty ones and gods derived their origin, was none other than the winged boy Cupid. Cupid was the son of Venus. Oh, it gets better. Hold on. Aristophanes says that Eros or Cupid produced the birds and gods by mingling all things, because only love brings it all together. This evidently points to the meaning of the name Bel Saturn, you phony fake, which signifies at once the mingler and the confounder. This name properly belonged to the father of Nimrod. Who was the father of Nimrod? Saturn, Kronos, Uranus. The name properly belonged to the father of Nimrod. But as the son was represented as identified with the father, we have evidence that the name descended to the son and others by inheritance, meaning stolen. Uranus and Gaia made 3 races of gods. Then Saturn was born, and then Saturn and Rhea, his sister. Saturn is no one's daddy. It is no one's father. It's really a woman. But in this case, clearly identifying it with a male, and you'll see that unless you know the stories. And plus, it's real simple. Anything that's created, it doesn't. We'll stop. I'm just going to stop. But Uranus and Gaia had like 3. I've read 3 races and other research, not in this book so far anyway. Nobody talks about it. You have to go look for it. Just like the Iliad, man. The Iliad starts like Star Wars did in the 70s. It's episode 4. Zeus is the king with his wife. Kronos is in Saturn. No one's telling me why. No one's talking about how it all started. So Uranus and Gaia had 3 races of children. Then Kronos was born, and Kronos and his sister made the rest of the gods. Saturn's no one's daddy. Saturn is Uncle Sam. That's why it's Uncle Sam. Because Sam is the real bad Samael. That's the name of the real low form of Saturn. That's why on the show Lucifer, he's all handsome and charismatic and everyone loves him, but he hates the TV show Lucifer. He hates it when anyone calls him Samael. You know why? Because you can't escape that. That's where all the bad shit happened under that name. So anytime anyone calls him, he gets real, don't call me that. Because it's going to make it real difficult for me to trick you and for you to feel sympathy for me and call me the victim. So Saturn is Uncle Sam. Just like in Joe Dirt, right? Joe Dirt. Dirt, Earth, Kronos, Capricorn, Saturn. He thinks he found his love, and then they think they're brother and sister. And then he has that funny joke where he pretends to go along with it. I'm your sister, I'm your sister. Remember they're having sex? That's okay, I've said enough. Alright, so what have you done for love today? And yeah, we'll stop there. What have you done for love today? Thanks for watching.